Ah, but old Irishman there looks him up. Interesting. Now I would lead out. That's a little bit too much. Still, he calls. Whoa. Yep. That's tough, though, when he sucks out on you on the river like that. We have the button, and we have ace-3 suited, and we're going to raise. We know that the Bosinator's range is pretty wide here, and that he's called us with less good hands, so we're going to make an $11,000 bet, which I would really like to be able to do. 11,600 looks good. And this time he folds. We do not show our cards. Jack-9 offsuit in the big blind, and since everybody limps, I flop trips. This here is a good place to re-raise. I think this is actually the place to re-raise, because that 2,000 basically means I have nothing or I have a heart draw. And he's looking me up. He checks. And now it's really important to put a little pressure on. I want about 13,000. Actually, I want a little bit more. I'm going to make it 15,000. And we get a call. And we are going to value bet. If he has like a overpair, he's going to call. We're going to value bet. We're going to value bet 30,000. Yeah, Bosinator, I think your hand was no good. That was a very instructive hand. And looks like the Bosinator's on tilt, but I won't give him the... I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. I seem to have put the Bosinator on tilt. What a good time for a good hand here. Actually, let's see if he keeps it up. This is very interesting. I think I'm going to call just to see if he shoves again. I'm going to bet 6,000. I have middle pair. And I just as soon get rid of the deadwood. And I don't have to show, I get a walk. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I should have checked this beforehand. Looks like my batteries are dying on my controller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get through this hand. Actually, no, I'm going to fold and I'm going to sit out. And we will see you when I put the new batteries in. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Looks like I folded deuce tray, so that's no big skin off my back. 360k. Pretty much set. Notice this was the second time Old Irish here. He's had 3 of a kind. Terribly, the pocket queens are played terribly. The pocket queen should have been raised. Of course, then again, I really wasn't watching, but... It's funny, the Bosnator. He seems like after he loses like a big pot, he'll shovel in. And then he calms down. Well, we'll see. Yep. He gets it out of his system. We'll go ahead and put 1,000 in here. I don't really like it. We'll check. I just don't want to be seen as folding too many hands anyway. We'll go ahead and let it go. Bosnator is actually kind of funny because when he wins a pot, he wins like 6,000, and when he loses a pot, he loses 40. We have the button and we have an ace, and we're going to raise it to 6,000. I'm putting him on a steam shove, and I'm putting him on desiring revenge, which is the worst thing you can want. So I'm going to call. I will take it. And I'll especially take it now. He's not dead yet, though. Just no jack. There we go. Alright. Really, the poor guy, though. He really didn't have to go out in third like that. He had 200,000 chips. He should have picked on the small stack. Here we're going to bet 4,000 just to see what happens. Which is pretty much what I thought was going to happen. Got a good read on Mr. Irish. I think we can nickel and dime him. I think we can nickel and dime him. I have one of the diamonds, and it's not necessarily that he has one, so I think this may be a good hand to bluff. I'm going to go ahead and make it 6, like I want him to call. And he folds. We're going to call this time just to change it up. I don't want to be seen as raising too many hands. We're going to check this because I've been raising a little bit too much. And we're going to fold. This is a huge thing here, is that you really have to make it look like it's realistic. Your play has to look realistic, even though it's not realistic. It has to look realistic. Here we're going to raise to 6,000. And we get a quick fold, which is fine, which is perfect. You really want to set up a dynamic. You want to set up a dynamic with the other guy if you're going to go ahead and play him. I think at this point here, we're going to have to go hog wild on the dude. We're going to raise 6,000. Because I think at this point here, it's time to change gears, regardless of what comes. I am going to continuation bet. I'm going to bet 10,000. And he folds. Alright, this is not going to be the most interesting game, but I've already whittled Old Irish down to 2,000. I think here we're going to limp, just to change it up. I don't want to be raising every hand, but at the same time a huge number of hands. I have position, he checks. I'll tell you what, it's such a dangerous board. He may be slow playing something, so I'm going to go in and check too. Can't bluff him off every hand. Yep, that's what I thought. He had a piece of it. I'm out of position with pocket queens. I'm not going to play this any different. I'm going to raise it to 6,000. And we get a call. Now here, with the ace on board, I need to bet. I need to find out if he has an ace. So I'm going to go ahead and bet like I have the ace, 10,000. And he folds. Now we see with the 6K raises, this guy here, we are also going to raise 6,000. The 6K raises are basically sucking his stack dry. And he's got to be getting suspicious. Actually, this is a really good flop for me, and I'm going to just go ahead and bet 10,000 again. He's got to be getting suspicious here. Nope, he's not suspicious yet. That's too bad. That really would have been the time for him to get suspicious. Well, we've got him down to 125K. I think just to change things up, and I really won't mind this, I think I'm just going to go all in. Just to do something different. Uh-oh, I may have fucked up here. Well, I'm going to need some help. Gonna need some more help. Ooh, that's brutal. Brutal. Well, that's unlucky for the guy, huh? He was 60% to win. Well, I take it down. Which actually breaks an enormous losing streak. I've been losing so much on this game lately. I'm happy to take down a first place here. And $1,000,000 in chips.